Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, signing in. We got the Beths. I've never listened to the Beths. I think this band was referenced once by my ex-missus a few years back when they first popped up. Oh, well, I say when they first popped up. This was 7 years ago. But I was with that lady quite a long time. I wasn't married, by the way. I call her my ex-missus because it's my ex-missus, but out of respect, you know. I think when you get to a certain age, referring to someone as your girlfriend is a little bit childish, really, isn't it? But yeah, the Beths, Future Me Hates Me is the record. I don't think I've ever listened to this band. It's recommended on the Patreon by my friend John. John, thank you for your patience for this one. We're going to get stuck straight in. He referenced that they're from New Zealand. That to me is already a good start. That's a good start. A lot of good acts from New Zealand, especially, I don't know what to expect. The imagery. Fun, poppy, punk rock, power pop, indie music, you know? But I don't know. This was put out in 2017. The Beths are Elizabeth Stokes, Jonathan Pierce, Benjamin Sinclair, and Ivan Luke-Tina Johnston. Without further ado, Great No One is track number 1. Let's go. Never listened to this band. Ever.
My eyelids float between two states on the borderline.
Yo, let me put some respect on this lyric video. It's a very original lyric video. And there must be some funding because we've got so many music videos on this playlist.
My eyelids float between two states
Car Park Records.
on the borderline. Flows a slow intake. They don't let much in. I don't let much out. Just a broken ball flickering with doubt. Yeah, it happens all the time. Misery loves me.
Here we go.
I don't love her. It's a one-way street. Second planet Earth.
The lo-fi fuzzed rhythm guitar and this bright, polished lead guitar is a very tasty duality here in the mix.
If I take a right, maybe I'll outrun to the great unknown. Goes the great.
As someone says, whenever the Beths hit you with the hook, it's always a knockout. That's a nice statement. I like a good hook.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Yeah, it happens all the time. Wanna move it, do, trying to get this right. Losing the appetite. It's not the way I choose. Always what in between. The ache and the apathy. If there is a regret.
Such a cool way to do a lyric video. I do like that. I did not expect them to start moving in the background. I thought this was just going to be the album cover, you know?
For most I was wasted. Least worthy reason.
You know what? I love these sort of bands because, respectfully, these are uncool these are uncool people, and I say that because you're super cool to me. But this sound and this energy and these bands are built for the out crowd, the people who aren't involved in the main market. You know. I like it a lot. I'm into a particular, like, very niche genre called twee pop, and a record label in particular called Sarah Records. Late 80s, 90s, jingly jangly guitars and dreamy soundscapes and a little bit of a power pop attitude behind a lot of these garage rock bands, and this just follows on for that entire vibe that I'm a very big fan of.
To cry on a Thursday evening. I'm in the mood. All the time. Yeah, it happens all the time. Wanna move, I do. Trying to get
Somebody says this is good, like some Lost Darling Buds single. Who's that? Darling Buds? I've never heard of that band before.
It's not the way I choose, I choose, I choose. Always good in between. The ache and the apathy.
Come on now. Great lead guitar. Very good lead guitar. This is what I want to hear with guitar solos, man. So many guitarists, like, we got a shred, and we listen to a lot of metal on this channel, and it just becomes boring noise. I love tasteful, actual, additive noodles, you know, as opposed to just virtuoso, egocentric stuff. This serves the song. It's like an Oasis guitar lead for me, that. When you can sing along to a guitar solo, it's a great success. That was a great number. That was a great number. Let's keep on moving. We got the title track coming up. Future Me Hates Me. Let's keep going. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des, Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV, signing in. Future Me Hates Me is the title track and track number 2 of the album, Future Me Hates Me. We're going through the whole record tonight. We've got plenty of music videos. I don't really want to be commenting on the music videos as much as the music, so I'll try to keep that at a, I'll try and minimize that a little bit. But with that being said, I'm probably blocking up half of the music video for you anyway, so don't you worry about it. Nothing to be concerned about. We want to hear the music. We've just listened to Great No One, which was a good tune. Hold on, let's have a look at the band now.
Can't do it. You can. We've got this. We've got this.
I wonder where the name the Beths came from. They must have. Where did the investment come from for these music videos? Even when you make simple music videos, some people can really budget, but when it comes to actual productions like this, it costs a couple of quid, and to have an album full of them, I assume. I don't know. I'm fascinated by music coming in and out of projects like this. Because essentially who pays for it owns it, you know. So there's actually legalities in behind the ownership of the product, which screws a lot of artists over because they don't take that into consideration, you know. But unfortunately, it's the door you have to walk through to be promoted to the masses. Oh! Love that chord progression and the twinkling guitar. I want to give some rates to the drummer. Drummer looks like, yeah, that drummer's got to be a drum teacher. He's got the drum teacher aesthetic to him. He makes a couple of quid on the side teaching people how to play the drums. He's got. I'm gonna Google search this. Hold on. I couldn't find much information, but I gotta put some respect on this guy. Smart shirt on, freshly shaved head, smart beard. He looks the part. I like this guy. I like his aesthetic, man. What the hell is that? Come on up. My question is, I mean, I've not bought merchandise in a long time. I'm a complete knobhead, right? I don't support bands whatsoever. What I do is I find bootleggers me, and I pay like, I don't even know that, like the last merchandise I bought, I'll buy a bunch at a time. I'll buy like bootlegged metal and punk rock shirts. I don't buy them from the source because it's a rip, man. I've only got so much money. I can't be asked. I'll be a walking billboard for him. That's good enough for me. I support the bands, man. Would you pay? All due respect to the Beths, right? Put some respect on them. But, well, do you know what? I'm being judgmental as well because they're like cream and white shirts and I'd ruin them straight away. I'd spill something on them straight away. I would ruin them straight away. Cold tea, £27.91 plus additional fees. Doesn't even include the postage and packaging. For a white t-shirt with a box design on it. Do you know when you go to a local show with local bands and you can probably cop a shirt for what? No more than 15 quid, and even then, I remember back when when I've been in bands. We sell shirts for cheap, which probably isn't good business acumen, don't get me wrong. If people buy them for that much, they buy them for that much, but there's so many different ways to make money as an artist. They just don't teach you about it. So I guess if they want to sell shirts that much, why not? Because they're making money through streams and royalties and publishing and also all these different bits and bobs. Sorry, I digress, but this is fantastic to talk about because I like bands. I don't like, industry fodder. This is a band that play guitars, play the drums, write hooks, write music, have fun, have an image, and they sell merchandise. And this is something I've never lost touch with. I'm not necessarily participating in acts as much as I once did, but I'm thinking of sticking my toe back in there and starting another band. So this stuff is fascinating to me, Anyway, let's keep moving. I'll tell you something as well, right? A great component to a band like this is success, and the music is great, so I'm not being silly here. I'm not being silly saying this, I know you're not supposed to say these sort of things, but it's nice having a presentable young lady fronting a band because it markets to the women. Because the women think, fucking hell, in such a male-dominated environment, it's nice to have some representation up there, right? Most definitely. Why the heck not? And then, men probably have a nice experience seeing something nice to look at instead of a sweaty, grumpy man fronting a band for a change, You know where I'm coming from. So it markets to both sides. When it comes to pop songwriting, supposedly you need to elevate the woman's. But so when you listen to the radio and stuff, it's very rare you will hear a man speaking from a man putting a woman down. It'll be the vice versa. The man will be saying, "Oh, I miss you so much. I love you so much. You left me behind." There's always a pedestalization of the woman because that is pop music rule. And I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of the psychology behind that marketing, but it is the truth. It is how these songs by songwriters are written in the upper echelons of pop music, writing hits. Because supposedly the women buy the products. Like it's a business ploy. And the men like what the women like. Because why not? I'd rather turn up to an event full of women than an event full of dudes. Well, I say that. I'm into hardcore punk music, and there's like one woman for every 100 meatheads in the room. So I guess it's all up for interpretation. But I love the idea of the music market and the music scenes and the music communities, and the artistry that exists above and beyond the actual music. I digress and I ramble. I'm sorry, people, but it's good artistry when it gets you talking. Gives you food for thought.
It's getting dangerous. I could get hurt, I know. I've counted all the cons, they far outweigh the pros.
I can't do that whole singing and riffing thing. I'm not very coordinated like that. I love this pre-chorus. Da 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 da.
There's something about you. I wanna risk going through future heartbreak, future headaches, wide-eyed nights late lying awake, with future cold shakes from stupid mistakes. Future me hates me, future heartbreak, future headaches.
I love this sound, man. I love this sound. I love 4-piece pop rock bands, man. That just right good song. I love this sound.
Wide-eyed nights late lying awake, with future cold shakes from stupid mistakes. Future me hates me for. Future heartbreak, future headaches, wide-eyed nights late lying awake, with future cold shakes from stupid mistakes. Future me hates me for future heartbreaks, future headaches, wide-eyed nights late lying awake, with future cold shakes from stupid mistakes. Future me hates me for future heartbreaks.
Wow. This band's sick. This band is sick, man. We're only 2 tracks in. With that being said, I like the sound of this. I did prefer the hook on Great No One better, though. The chorus section on that was a little more lifted, a little more elevated, a little more boom. Bit more of a dynamic process to that. But I really like the pre-chorus. People don't tend to rate the pre-chorus, but I like the pre-chorus section, like the, what would you call it? 8 bars prior to the chorus section on this. I like the modulation and the change of the chords and whatnot. Anyway, Uptown Girl coming up next, yeah? I will see that. I'm actually going to go put the kettle on. I'll be with you in a moment. Peace. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget, rest now. Des, Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV, signing in, listening to the Beths tonight. This one's entitled Uptown Girl, comes with another music video. It's devoted to my friend John, who recommended this on the Patreon. We've been having a whale of a time so far. Relatively brief one at 2 minutes 46. Let's go. That was, what was that? CSI. On lockdown, me and my missus just watch Bear flipping Special Victims Unit. Come on now. Oh, it's got the same energy as that White Stripes tune. I fell in love with a girl.
Feel it happening, the end is beginning. My head is spinning. I wanted to stop.
Bruh, who's that on the drums? That's not my man. That's not my man. Where's Baldy Barry gone?
I wanted to stop.
Who the hell is that? That's not Baldy Barry. Where's he gone? Great riff. I love the energy to this one. Quality, man. It's a little shin shaker, this one. Come on now. The old downstrokes. That was great. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. That was really good. That was really good. I wonder if there's a bad track on this record. I wonder if there's a... Cause they're writing good songs. They just write good songs. Let's keep going. I don't want to say too much. I miss my guy. Where's Baldy Barry on the drums? I miss my man. We got You Wouldn't Like Me coming up next. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, flying through the record at this point. Future Me Hates Me is the record by the Beths. Having a great time listening to this. This is a great upbeat, positive, surge of vibration, what we're getting here. Boosted by hyaluronic acid. Full of chemicals, mate. Full of fucking chemicals. Who cares? Right, let's go. You Wouldn't Like Me is the title of this one. Let's go.
I've been a miss of late. And you wouldn't be impressed. But I got something.
Baldy Barry's back on the drums. Come on. He's my guy, him. He's my guy. He's my guy. He's got the look, man.
But please don't try to guess what's on my mind. You probably won't like what you find. Oh, you wouldn't like me if you saw what was inside me. You wouldn't like me at all. And I've been bad before. I've been bad.
That was the weakest track on the record so far. It was well written. Not a bad number. I like the vocal harmonies, but nah. That was not as strong as the tracks that came beforehand. That's the way it is, people. I don't make the rules. That's the way it is. We got Not Running coming up next. Let's keep things going. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV, signing in. We're listening to the Beths as recommended by John on the Patreon. This one's entitled Not Running. Let's jump straight in, shall we? Track number 5 of 10. Someone says the best rock song of the year.
The stays in this room.
Some UK 82 on the drums there.
If I told the truth, then what would you do? How can we rely demand and supply? If you said goodbye, would that be a lie? Breathe aloud, I promise it won't freak me out. I'm not running away. Open mouth, I wanna hear that broken sound. Tell me to stay. Oh, no running away. Too far to begin. Are you really here? It's alright to be scared. I feel you in fear. Breathe aloud. I promise it won't freak me out. I'm not running away.
I reckon she should have repeated that bit. Should have gone round for a second time.
Open mouth, I wanna hear that broken sound. Tell me to stay.
Call and response.
I promise it won't freak me out. I'm not running away.
Oh, I'm not running away.
Mouth, I wanna hear that broken sound. Tell me to stay.
Oh, I'm not running away.
I promise it won't freak me out. I'm not running away.
Very good. That was a good tune. That was a good tune. There was a change of tonality there. So we weren't in a major key. That was a minor key. That the first track we've had. So a little less of the more upbeat, a little more of the, a little more of a melancholy vibe with that one. I thought that was a good tune. There was some fantastic vocal melodies in that. There was a good energy. I thought that was good. Yeah, I thought that was good. That was quite an introspective number, that. I like that a lot. We've got Little Death coming up next. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless. Now, people, don't forget to rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to the Beths. This one's entitled Little Death. And did you know an orgasm is called a little death in France, in French? I assume that's what it's referring to, okay? And I'm not going to get on with the spiel of a man giving away his life force and his life energy through the releasing of the product that resides down there. But hey, that's for you. That's for your journey. That's for your spiritual understanding and journey, all right? But yeah, that's what orgasm means in French. It means a little deaf. With that being said, this is track 6 of 10, The Future Me Hates Me. Let's go. Been a really good record so far. Car Park Records is like the most indie rock label name ever.
Faster. The world starts moving slower, and I just freeze.
What a lovely comment. This person, it says, me and my son are 37 years apart, but we watch this video like we are best friends. Oh, that's a gorgeous comment. That's a gorgeous comment.
And it's cold, the steam escapes through my lips and dissipates, and you breathe it in. We all breathe it
When music can bring people together instead of push them apart, that's a beautiful thing. And it makes you question why some of the labels push divisive music, you know? I wonder. I swear I've heard that hook before. That was a good tune. Structurally, composition of that track was a little bit more mature, a little bit more developed than what we've had prior to this. There was a little more of a maturity to that one. I did like the lyrical content. The energy was a little bit suppressive for me. I like when it's just up in the air. Pop, 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 pop. You know, the emotive value and all that I'm not as fussed about as the uplifting happiness factor that you get from these bands. But that was really good. Yeah, that was really good. There was a mature sound to that as opposed to, you know, where we can, you know, when you put three chords together and write a pop song, it might come across as less than mature. But that one in particular was, he had a professional sound to it. I can't believe there's another music video. They've done so many for this record. We've got Happy Unhappy coming up next. I'll see you there. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget the rest now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. King of the Posers TV. Happy Unhappy is track number 7 of 10 on Future Me Hates Me by the Beths. Let's jump in, shall we? Straight to the point.
Higher than a biplane, then you hit me like a hurricane. I bailed out, hit the ground, washed up in a storm drain. Stumbled up the driveway with a handshake and a slow wave. Now I'm crashed out on the couch.
If you could hear sunshine, it would sound like the Beths, says Lava. Come on. Great line. I was happy, unhappy. I like that. I like that. I like that. Come on. I was happy, unhappy. Great number, great number. I know that song was formed from that one line. Putting pen to paper, hopefully it was self-penned, not a chat GPT job. I mean, you just don't know nowadays, do you? I know this was a minute back, but still. I was happy, unhappy. that was the seed as to where this song was grown from, I assume. And rightfully so if that was the case, because that's a great line. That's a great line. And that's a worthy hook to, not let go, not let loose. We've got River Run Level 1 coming up next. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. River Run Level 1 is quite poetic. River Run Level 1. It rhymes and the syllables match a line. It's good writing through and through. We're listening to Future Me Hates Me by the Beths. This was recommended on the Patreon by John. One love, John. Let's go.
Feel like a time bomb taking away this lump in my throat. It's been there for 10 straight days, constricting the airflow where the things I say get caught on the way to and from my brain. I'm tired all the time, but I'm staying up all night.
Come on.
I'm filling up with vapor, but when the cold sits in a little later, filling up with vapor, but when the cold sits in a little later, a river will run. Oh, a river will.
Great dynamic.
Passed out in front of the TV screen. Turn up the volume, but I'm not listening. Dialogue is static, and I start to panic when the music fades. Kate says in a message, go, we can wait it through. Take deep breaths, stay ahead of it. But I'm drifting out of here. Filling up with vapor, but when the cold sits in a little later, filling up
Some power behind them stabs, eh?
when the cold sits in a little later, a river will run. Oh, a river will run.
Some power on that drum.
I felt you pulling away from me. Burn in your eyes, I replay it constantly. You said,
You
"Try
can-
to be happy,
You can hear the room
try to be happy."
she's singing in. There's such clarity to the vocal recording. That was a good tune. That was a good tune. You know, they definitely get the hits out of the way at the start. They definitely get the hits and they get a little deeper. They add the minor tonality in the second half of the record. Add a little more depth to the sound. Which is good. It's good. Little bit more connective, the material I found on the second half. But with that being said, not as fun. Not as fun. But the quality still resides. We're still at the same standard, you know? It's just a different perspective. Let's keep going. We've got Whatever coming up next. Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Yo! Let me tell you something, right? This tune's called Whatever. We're listening to Future Me Hates Me by the Beths. But there's only one Whatever. There's only one Whatever. And that's by Oasis. I'm free to be whatever I... There's no better Whatever. But this could very easily come close second. Let's find out. This entire list of through goes out to John, who recommended this on the Patreon. Let's go. One love. There's some lovely guitar work on this record. Now. Come on now. Everybody's loving this bit on the live set. Come on. Little bluesy hook there. Wow, I love that. 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 That gang chant melody was so good. Come on now. That was really good. That I would say the last third of that track really sold that. That was really good. That was really good. Let's move on. We got the last track, Less Than Vow, coming up next. All right.
£200.
Yes, now bless now people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, finishing this record off. We're gonna do a final rating and an overview on this record afterwards. But for the moment, we're gonna finish off with the track Less Than Vow. This listen through goes out to my friend John, who's been very patient and waiting for me to get around to doing this listen through. And you know what? It's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you very much to John who recommended this. Let's go. Last track.
Another evening alone. Speak goodbye, my ear shakes the air around the room. Another evening alone, caressed by the sound of a warbling voice from a beautiful mouth. Trying my best to be less of a coward. Trying to be less than thou.
Ba 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 dum.
Another glance at the phone, going over all the words you used to cut the cord.
I think this is her best vocal register because she tends to generally goes a little higher than this. It sounds like it should be Headspace, but it just seems like she's got a high voice naturally. But she sounds really good in this register, I think. A little bit breathier as well, you know.
Lines that you use when you say that you're fine. Try to ignore all the typical signs. Trying to be more surprised.
Ba ba ba. Lovely guitar work. Lovely. The guitarists are very talented in this band. Lead guitarist in particular is very tasteful. I've never put much respect on the bass guitar. The bassist does their thing. Doesn't really noodle around much. Does what needs to be done. Covers the bass frequency. I don't want no virtuoso bassist in a band like this. I just want to hear some guy jamming out them root notes, you know? Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. It's a hooligan riff. Ba ba ba. Come on. 1 and 2 on 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba ba ba. I love that guitar work, man. Little tambo. Very hard to pull off. A tambourine is. To be consistent with a tambourine and stay on time is flipping hard, man. I'm not very good at it. Shakers, tambourines, all of that. Surprisingly hard to play long time and keep in time, you know. That was great. That was fantastic. Big build up to the end there. That was good for an outro track. That'd be good for the end of a live set as well. I mean, I'd prefer them to end with a banger, but that was like a finale. a little insight into the studio there. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Right, I got one more video. I'm going to do my final overview of this record, and I'll give it a rating out of 10, and I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now, people. Let me put you on to my experience listening to the Beths Future Me Hates Me record. We just listened to the entire record, song by song. It was recommended on Patreon by John, who's been very patient for me to get this out. And, you know, in being so patient, I hope this was well deserved, because this was, well, you know what, it is well deserved. You do deserve it, and I deserve this as well. I deserve to listen to a record like this, because what a fantastic record this was. This ticks, I don't know what box it doesn't tick for me. This is my flavour. I love bands like this. I love sounds like this. I love energy like this. This was a fantastic record and a fantastic band. Very talented musicians, to say the least. Very fantastic songwriters. The songwriting, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Very good. We had 10 tracks. We don't need no more. We don't need no more. We do not need no more. Great orchestration of writing. From the sequencing of the songs, to the song lengths, to the hooks, to the melodies, to the guitar lines, to the structuring. I'm happy what I just heard. Let's start with the production. The production value was pristine. Really like the production. Powerful, poppy, great audacity. The clarity of the vocal line was pristine. And you don't want to hide that vocal line. The lyrical content and the melody of that vocal is deserving to be at the forefront. It's a necessity. It's the magic ingredient. It's the topping of this gorgeous pizza we've made. The guitar work was fantastic. We don't need to be complicated. It's simplistic, 3/4 chord, indie pop, indie rock, punk, pop punk-esque, indie rock, garage rock music. We don't need to be firing off all these different riffs here and there and showing off. But there's a showcase of ability that the band are very talented and are good at their instrumentation, but they don't show off with it. And that's perfect. When you play beneath your capabilities, that's a sweet spot, in my opinion, for bands like this. Because anybody can start a band and do 3 or 4 chord songs, but not many people can do it right if that's all they're basing it off of. They're not going to become very successful. This is a band that deserves great success. Great hooks, great choruses, a very likeable factor. You know, upbeat, honest to whichever degree, you know. I mean, we don't isolate the lyrical content to the degree where it's like, here's a literal story about me meeting this person at this time, at this place. Because that would cancel out the market. So it's very pop psychology written. Generalized songs. Here's a song about love. Here's a song about you wouldn't like me. Here's a song about, you know, future me hates me, self-loathing, unhappy being unhappy. Oh, I'm a misery. Oh, look at me. I'm alternate. I'm indie. Blah, de, blah, de, blah. The people love that. The people love that. The people feel that. The people love it. I think this was a really good record. It felt like from like track 5 onwards, we took a turn in energy, and we didn't take away from the quality of the music. It just seemed we entered the minor key a little bit more, so a little more of an emotive value in comparison to just the upbeat pop assault we got in the first half of the record, which I liked. I want a pop assault in my earbuds. Which was the fast one? It was either Uptown Girl or You Wouldn't Like Me. I think it was Uptown Girl. Was it? The one which it had a riff like Fell in Love with a Girl by the White Stripes. It was just That was a punk rock number. That was a punk rock number. I really like that one. I'm going to rate this 8 out of 10. I'm going to rate this out of 10, which is very high for me. It's very high for me. I thought this was a great project. I thought it's great songwriting, great instrumental, great production. I can't detract from it. And the fact that, the members of the band, relatively older than your bunch of 20-year-olds starting a band. So it wasn't like high school music, which is great, but I can't associate with it too much, which a lot of these bands, write songs about. This circuit. They don't write songs about high school, but they appeal to that, They came with an air of maturity, even though the soundscape is that of, one that tends to relate to a younger market. I thought this was brilliant. Props to John for putting this forward on the Patreon. One love. I'm signing out.